event manager to not go to too many other conferences. But what people were saying is it's really good. If he knows what an opening reception is like in any other conference, we'll have a problem. I calculated yesterday how many kilometers people took to get here. It's 298,000 kilometers have been traveled by the combined audience. One person has done 120,000 kilometers over attending every single memoQfest since the beginning, and plus memoQfest in Austin, I think, as well. Stefan Gervais, is he here? But the interesting thing is there's quite a few people from the first memoQfest that we had here in 2009. Juliet was there, Roberto was there, Jean-Marie and Patricia were there, and it's just nice to see people that have stuck with us so long. And I hope all the 40% of the new people are going to do the same thing in 10 years' time. We'll be there. It's also interesting in terms of the distance that people travel. Imagine doing 1,000 kilometers on a bicycle to get here, and then planning 1,000 kilometers back, or maybe more. But that's what the Translators Without Borders are doing. What we're going to do is very quickly move on, and we've got quite a lot. We've had a very interesting year, we've had quite an exciting year, and we're going to tell you about that. The core of this presentation will be where a group of people working on particular projects will be talking about them. But before that, we will have Norbert, who's our new CEO, talk about the direction of Kilgray. And we will start off with Gabor talking about what is happening with innovation at Kilgray. So I will hand over to Gabor.
Thank you, Peter. Is this micro? Oh, perfect. Thank you. I haven't been so excited speaking in front of an audience for a long time. I've been trying to keep it short. This is a progress report, and as part of the progress report, I want to reflect a little bit on the journey that the industry, the entire translation industry is on, and that Kilgray as a company, as an organization is on. So first about the translation industry, I would talk about one aspect which I think is pretty central to the narrative of who we are as an industry. And that narrative, sometimes it's seen as opportunity, sometimes it's infused with fear. It's basically between this dilemma: is this a high value added service, or is this becoming a high-tech commodity? A high value added service meaning our value as translation service providers is not the number of words we translate, it's opening up a new market for a company and enabling a certain amount of revenue, allowing contact between different parts of the world. This is not measured in number of words translated per hour at a particular cost. But there is this other part of the narrative, which is obviously, is this becoming a commodity? Is this the pressure to translate more for less and faster? And both of these are present. And I think this tension is very well exemplified. A case in point would be machine translation, which is also a big topic recently. Because that is a technology that is feared by many as something that will commoditize translation. And honestly, I don't think that is the case. It is something that's here to stay, and I just use it as a case to illustrate something. Machine translation and human translation, the two together are not a zero-sum game. There is an existing and expanding market for high-value human translation. And machine translation is basically a way to leverage that more. It doesn't create original content. And the reason I think this is relevant, this is a long discussion, and I don't want to go into that, is that this is all part of the broader narrative of what is technology's role in the translation industry. And Kilgray, obviously, is a technology company. So I need to reflect on what is Kilgray's role as a technology company. And the way we look at that is we create technology that enables a lot of things that you wouldn't be able to do without technology like the one that we provide. And it's also technology that allows you, our customers, to differentiate yourself from others. Not the only thing, but this is part of the game. Our technology can help you with that. So let's take a look at how we approach this technology over the years. And here I kind of have to go back to the origins of Kilgray, which basically started as a handful of dudes, and in this case it was dudes, with brilliant ideas. And then it started to grow, the technology started to grow, the organization started to grow. And for a long time we approached this as, let's create an organization that is as efficient as it can be, sort of a factory, to realize the ideas and the vision of this handful of dudes. And recently we reached a scale where that approach does not seem to take us any further anymore. Right now, Kilgray has over 50 people, really talented people, and it just doesn't work like that an organization like this is an efficient machine to realize a few dudes' ideas. So this is a knowledge company, and the way we look at this is that the role of a company like this is to be a multiplier of talent. We have extremely talented people in the company. Why do you need the company? What's the added value? This is the context that allows all these talented people to create things that as individuals, not working in the context of this business, they will not be able to do. So if we move to the next level, if we want to become a better company, then we have to work on being a more efficient knowledge organization, a better talent multiplier. And what makes a knowledge company tick? I was also giving this a lot of thought. And there is this cliche, which you see in a lot of job advertisements, passionate about something. Or you would see that on CVs, I'm passionate about language technology. And I must say, I really don't like that approach. I don't think it has to do with passion in that sense. If you extrapolate that metaphor, then basically you can say, if you're passionate about something, you will end up being married to something. And I've been there. It's not a good idea to be married to an object. You want to be married to another person. So we are actually also, without really knowing this over the years, working on this challenge. And a couple of years ago, we came up with the motto, which Peter really likes to repeat, memoQ users have more fun. And I think that was already closer to the truth, but it's really not the full truth. Much closer to the full truth is an expression that came up in a conversation with Florian and myself a couple of weeks back, and it really stuck, and that's, we are playfully serious about things. And that takes us back to what motivated the original dudes. And we managed to formulate that over the course of the last year. And after all, this is a progress report, so I want to tell you what happened in this last year. And what really motivated us is that we took delight in what we were doing. It was just a really good thing to be building this technology, to be building something really good. We took delight in our work when we were active as translators or kind of project managers in the translation industry in our previous lives. And we saw that what we were creating is a technology that also our customers, you, can take delight in. So that is a really central thing to what Kilgray is about. Now, having said that, we are building a knowledge organization that aims to be a multiplier of talent and that has taken delight in our work at its core. How do you make that scale? How do you create an organization where delight happens? And this is where it comes to a point that has nothing to do with technology anymore. I think our aim is to create a space, a workplace, where it is okay to be vulnerable. And let me unpack that a little. If we have very talented individuals doing creative work, that happens if you empower these people to do their work, if you empower them to take responsibility for what they're doing, if you empower people to make decisions on their own, and also to take risks, to go out on a limb, to test out a new idea. And that only really happens if it's okay to make mistakes and learn from them. If failure is okay, and that has to do with this safety, that has to do with it's okay to be vulnerable. And as this is a report about Kilgray's journey, This is a very important step on our journey. I think this is one of our key goals, our key objectives at this stage, to build this kind of an organization, to build this kind of a culture, to build a culture of trying and learning. And also, how do we measure our progress? Do we measure it in number of deliverables, in objective successes? And those are really good measures, and I think as a company we have nothing to complain about there. But I think the real measure of progress is the amount of validated learning that happens. Of things that we tried, things that worked out, things that didn't work out, what we learned from them, and how we move on from them. This is the journey that we are on. There is no end point, we haven't arrived yet. But the more this is happening, the more magic happens. And this has been a very magical year for me. And this is just a short intro that I wanted to tell you where Kilgray is on this journey. And now I give the floor to Norbert, our CEO.
Thank you. Good morning, everybody. So let me change to my slides. First of all, I would like to start with Kilgray. So this is a group of people, 54 people behind memoQ, behind the whole system, what you use or your colleagues use each and every day. And we are a translation technology, but mainly, so not mainly, we are people. And we are a group of people who are proud about the success, what we made, and how we help you to make success as well. And we are not alone, so we are not a small group of people in Hungary or in Germany and all around the world who are making something remarkable. We are part of a huge community. We call it memoQ, I call it memoQ community, which is generating huge value, helping people, maybe in Africa, maybe somewhere around the world, to make great things. So, but how big is this community? So what does it mean, memoQ community? So, over the years, it's growing and growing and growing. And right now, we are part of a huge community, which is almost 30,000 people. And each and every year, we are growing as a community. We are just a small company, 54 people, but we service this huge community, and it's more and more responsibility. And what is important to me and for those people who serve you is this responsibility to give you as many knowledge, as many technology, as many magic moments as you can do, day by day and month by month. And as we are a technology company, we are producing software. We somehow have a different kind of mindset, a different kind of workflow, different kind of company, like a translation company or a translator or an enterprise with department in translation. But we deeply understand this community, I believe. And with this growing number, the company also grows, but I would like to show some interesting things to you about numbers and about what does it mean really for us in Kilgray, how we serve, how we assist this community day by day. So you can imagine that this growing work causes more work inside Kilgray and maybe more work from outside. But matter of fact, so the support what we give to you, it's quite a stable thing. So this is the number of tickets each and every month. There is more or less the same amount of tickets. So we have a great support team. We are really proud of that. However, over the last 5 years, the number of issues, what we just learned, it's the same amount. There is one thing which is changing. As you can, it's hard to find any kind of periodicity in this chart, which is interesting. But I also give you the numbers of the bugs, what we found. We are a software company. The software company, it's the main problem is the bugs. So the exciting thing, the delightful thing is the features and the new functionality. But the bugs are our enemies. And we are collecting bugs, and you can see the periodicity here because of these are somehow the releases. And you can assume that, okay, so we as a software company suffering a lot, and maybe you suffer a lot, but it's not true because this thin red line, which is reported by customers, so the blue line means this is what we found in our software before the release. So the release date is not here, the release date is here, and here, and here. And you found, so our customers found less and less bug, less and less reported. So this is the passing reported issues. And why it's important for us? Because we would like to serve this growing community day by day with better and better quality. And this is the measurement what we would like to use to see, okay, where is the pain point for you? And this is how I think, progressing very well, year by year. So we have a growing community. memoQ is more and more an effective, efficient tool, and our users are more and more happier with that, I hope. And because of this, I try to bring you also. I try to measure how to grow, how to step forward with memoQ and the community. And if you look at, I come from the assisted customer. So how many customers were assisted by Kilgray? And this is the percentage. So the last 5 years is just falling down. So we have more and more customers, and the assistance is less and less. And why? And this is deeply inside the tool, because it's intuitiveness, and because of, might be, or I hope, because of the community. So people help to each other. So it's not Kilgray just who are really an ambassador of memoQ, but all of you outside, you are our, oh sorry, I changed the slide for something, but it's, okay, sorry, there are some mistakes in this one, here, and sorry. And also, this is, you can see the bugs which is affected the customers. And right now, the last year, you can see that it's close to the minimum. So it's even impossible to find a way how we can improve the quality, how we can serve you day by day. Like an agent, you suffer some kind of inconsistency and some kind of problems, but it's mainly because of the variety of the system, not mainly because of there is something deep inside the software. So this is, as Gabor and Peter mentioned, this is a progress report. This is the progress of many years. And what I would like to know about also this community, how satisfied you are with memoQ and our services. And we made a survey the first quarter of this year, and we asked those people who joined the community last year. So not everybody, so not the all members of memoQ user group, but the newest one. And we found out that more than half of them are very satisfied. So this is what we are working for, is being a very satisfied user using this tool day by day. And there are 23% of the whole group of new memoQ users are satisfied with the tool. So you can see that more than 75% are satisfied day by day users. And it's translators, project managers, operational managers, maybe system administrators as well. And yeah, there are some place to grow. So someone who's satisfied but not somehow satisfied, and there are people who are not satisfied with the tool. It's completely fine. So maybe we're producing something which is not following their way of thinking. We try to improve here as well. And there are 14.3% people who reported that they are delighted with the tool. So they are not very satisfied, they are delighted. So, okay, how can we go forward? I don't know. They are newcomers. So might be one of you, some of them sitting here, but they are just last year joined the company, joined the community. So altogether, we have more than 90% of the customers who are satisfied. It's a pretty hard job to improve this, believe me. What are our plans? I would like to improve these things. What are our values at the company? What we will provide you? How we will serve? We will keep that spirit that we'd like to give you the best tool, the technology. So we will focus on intuitiveness and great functionality. But additionally, I feel the responsibility for this community, and this is important. So also the new customers and the existing or old customers are important for us. So this is a huge responsibility for the whole company, all of our employees. We would like to actively listen to you. What does it mean? We try. And we learn, and we try and learn, as Albert said. So we will try to do better communication, better tools, better integration, better services. Maybe we will fail. This is part of the story. But we are brave enough to say that we will change something, but we will listen to you. And we'd like to improve the accessibility. So this Chrome community needs some kind of more access to our technology, which means we would like to introduce the subscription when you can easily use our technology for 1 month, 3 months, a year. Doesn't matter if you need a temporary growth, and or you can use it forever, but it's easy to access the technology. And also we would like to somehow improve the present the online interface of us, because it's a great technology, and with the online access, you can use this technology without any kind of installation or technical barriers like using a Macintosh. Right now it's impossible to use memoQ technology. So we would like to get rid of that via online presence. And also integration with our different kind of technologies, which means we still have a great connection phase, which is the API, but we will improve it and we will try to do it more. So this is what we would like to improve. But the main message from me to you, that the community what we serve, and the cause why we are doing it, we would like to improve those people, number of those people who are delightful with our product, and this is our core value. So we'd like to take delight in our work, which then the our is the whole community of memoQ. Thank you very much.
Now, Sabi.
Okay, so here's the exercise
There's
we
my-
require to do first. Can you actually do this quick? Okay, and again.
Okay, good.
A bit of whistling wouldn't help, wouldn't hurt actually. Whistling. I think this will work.
Okay. Oh. Yeah, I forgot that. Okay. Yeah, well, I transferred the laptop. So, good morning everyone, and we would like to welcome you to our Good Morning memoQfests TV show.
Welcome. Let me introduce my co-host, Agi.
And my co-host Sabi today.
Thank you.
But we welcome our live audience in the TV studio.
It's time to do this.
And so Sabi, we have an interesting lineup of topics today.
Yes,
What do we have?
Prepared a lot of things. First of all, we are going to talk a little bit about fashion.
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 And what about relationships?
Relationships matter, so we will talk about relationships and
And some intelligent machines or something like
artificial
that?
intelligence. Oh, great. And of course, the inevitable happening, which is recipes and cooking.
Yes, and then what else? Then the future.
We need to know about the future, and we will have our horoscope specialist to talk about that. So,
Let's
talk about the fashion.
Oh yes, I need this. This is my newest acquisition.
You are really into fashion. As we can see, my co-host is really into fashion.
Yes, this is my newest thing. This is called Modern 80s.
Modern 80s, the new thing. Yes. Okay. What shall we talk about fashion?
What do you think? I think let's take a little preview into the fashion world and also a little preview into memoQ.
What's happening on the catwalk?
What's happening in it? And there is of course the preview. So there have been some improvements in the preview in memoQ documents.
Amazing improvements in the preview.
Like fat documents.
Yes.
Slim.
You see, the trend has been that we only have these skinny models. We don't have these skinny models anymore because we can take care of huge files really easily in the preview.
Yes, we have been able to take care of those, but now they appear really nicely in the preview as well. And there have been some preview improvements for skinny documents as well.
As you can see, all these dots, it's the really next fashion.
Yeah, the dots. What
The
can you
next
say
new
about
thing
the
in
dots?
2017 summer. Think about these dots too.
What are these dots?
These dots are amazing dots, really fashionable. As you can see, the 8.0 speed, or as 100%. All those little dots, it's a bit misleading because this faster it gets when we go down with 8.1.
So are you saying that import has become a lot faster?
Yes, the dots of 8.1 are really trending towards under that 100% line. And note the new color.
Oh, the new color. New color is orange, of course. So if you import, yes, and then there's a PPT document, which we'll talk about a little more.
Oh.
So what happened to PPT documents? I don't know if you had the preview before or you didn't have the preview, but now certainly you have the preview for PPT documents as well, and PPTX documents.
Exciting.
And what about looking for things in the preview? Can you find the red dress on this?
Yes, where is the red dress? Ah, yes, search directly in the preview pane. All you have to do is
search there.
search.
So just start a search. You know, not in the document, but in the preview itself. If you have some hidden content or something like that. And let's see the other side of fashion, where you want to find the perfect dress, and you want to search and just even replace your old clothes.
It's
then
difficult.
what do?
It's a difficult task to replace old clothes. So where can we find this skirt?
Yeah, you see there's the hint. This is not a commercial though, yet.
More streamlined user interface will help us find the skirt
Yes,
or anything else.
because you know we have introduced this very complex find and replace window in memoQ where you can expand tags and find in tags and use regular expressions, but not everyone needs this very complex find and replace. So we have this tiny little streamlined window where you can just look for things easier and find the options a little easier also.
And more comfortable.
And you can also do context ID searches and comment searches now, so the find and replace has improved a lot. And
And of course you can match entire segments, fields.
yes, so if you want to find just the whole segment, then you can also have that as an option. And I think this is
That
about
concludes our fashion section, I think.
Yes.
I hope you will learn more about the new trends in the months to come.
And I bought all these dresses and nice clothes to just...
This will help a lot in your relationships, I
yeah,
suppose.
improve. Yeah.
Because
I wanted to impress guys, but I don't know, somehow it doesn't work.
what can we do about it? Actually, we have brought along a relationship expert, please. Let's talk about relationships.
So what's your relationship status, just for credibility? Oh, I'm not supposed to ask that. Sorry, I'm not sorry. Then you ask something. So we ask something.
Is it working? Yes, it is working.
What are you talking to then?
So how about relationships? What can you tell us about relationships?
Current research shows that the most important aspect of having a good relationship is good communication.
Keep communicating all the time, and it doesn't work either.
Even more current research shows that the best way to communicate is through an online platform, because you know then there is you are not bothered by the other person's looks and stuff like that and all this kind of stuff. So the most current research says that the best way to communicate is through an online platform where you just need to send stuff and click buttons.
Okay, online platform. Okay, I had to learn about this. What's that online platform?
Well,
Can you
actually,
suggest one?
yeah. For example, there is this customer portal where the most important relationship in all of our lives, the one with our customers.
Can I ask our expert to just come to this
Sorry?
side a little bit so that you will also be on TV?
Oh,
Actually,
yeah. That's a good point in a TV show, actually. So obviously, in all of our lives, the most important one is the one with our customers. So this is why we introduced Customer Portal.
what is it?
It is a brand new feature based on the most current relationship research. It is basically a place for your customers where they can place their orders. If you want them to, they can instantly see information about its size. Currently, it is only the word count, but the price is coming. So you can even have a good relationship with your paying customers. And they can place their orders. The project manager's work is streamlined because the project itself just bears itself magically. So all they need to do is to start the project basically, and they can also deliver the work through the same location, and the customers are able to follow all their orders right there, see their status, and just receive them over there.
Can I just quickly ask, because it's been around a little while, how many of you have you been building relationships via this customer portal? Hands up if you have been trying it. Have you tried it? Any of you here? Yes, there you go. I can see some hands there. Okay, thank you.
And just make sure you have a nice profile picture. This is what I'm learning here.
Absolutely. And where can you actually hear more about this?
Actually, I happen to host a show tomorrow in about the same time slot, a little bit later. So if you are interested, you are welcome to turn on your television tomorrow and check out my show.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Veronica.
I think it is time for a commercial break, which will happen very soon, shortly. But they became very happy at the end.
Yes, yes.
Hands-holding and everything. What is this all about?
It said project auto-archiving.
Auto-archiving projects, what is that?
Yeah, you can just get rid of your old projects either automatically or manually, so you can put them into a project archive and store them there for maybe later use, or you might not ever use these again, but you can at least get rid of all this clutter and this endless list of projects.
How many of you have
without
been using
putting
this?
them into the
Anybody?
recycle bin.
Cool, it's still new,
So
exciting.
What
And
about
what
the
about this PDF thing?
The PDF thing was impressive too, wasn't it?
Yes, it's, what is that all about?
Yeah, you know, there's this new external service accessible from memoQ where you can import complex PDF documents in a much better quality than we've had before. It's an external service, I have to repeat that.
Exactly, so you have to have an account somewhere
with
outside.
this company, but you can use a much better PDF import into memoQ.
Absolutely. It's really important to...
But this is not very intelligent, is it?
No. We are intelligent.
We are.
We are intelligent.
Some machines
are intelligent.
Or at least they are.
Or they tend to become intelligent.
Yeah.
I mean, there is this lot of talk about neural entities and stuff like this.
Yeah, all these
Have
machine
you heard about
translation.
neural entities? I'm sure.
Yeah, this is the new thing.
Why are we talking about this at all?
Thing from neural. I mean, of course, because of memoQ. Why would we be talking about it?
Because memoQ is now prepared to offer you this service.
Yes. So you can, there's this new neural translation, which is some kind of artificial intelligence, which can help you to be more productive. And we could hear it in the previous TV show that human translation and machine translation go hand in hand. So now you can get access to Google's neural machine translation and Microsoft's machine translation from memoQ.
Oh, exactly. And what about this adaptive
Oh, that's
business?
That's another buzzword.
How can something become adaptive in this context?
Yes, if so, with adaptive machine translation, when you translate, you can send back your translations to the systems, and then what happens?
It becomes my style.
Yeah, it picks up your style too.
Oh, it will be fantastic.
And it improves, it improves all the translations. So the whole system will become better, and then you can be even more efficient with machine translation.
So basically, is adaptivity available in memoQ right now?
Well, the framework is there, but we are still waiting for external partners to finish their plugins that provide adaptive machine translation. So if you want to develop such a plugin, feel free to.
It's there, the platform is there, because memoQ has a number of empty partners you can access via the product.
Yeah. And if you are finished with development by the end of this show, today just come up to us.
Drop your card. Thank you.
Yes.
And we will integrate this, I think, by the end of this day.
This day, yes, of course.
Okay.
Aren't you hungry, Sophie? Oh no, yeah, we are.
I am getting a little bit peckish, so we should probably talk a little bit about food.
Yes. I think we have an exciting recipe for today, and we have our regular chef, Miklos.
Miklos, our regular chef.
Is our guest.
Welcome, Miklos. We have come with this really nice equipment to Gundel, which is amazing in the case of a more than 100-year-old restaurant. So, please.
So first of all, we asked a few questions. What kind of recipe did you bring us?
Well, this is an improved version of the famous traditional alphabet soup.
Yeah. Do you know the alphabet soup? We are asking our audience. If you don't, do you know what an alphabet soup is?
Who doesn't know? It's actually just the traditional version of this tomato soup with alphabet letters.
Yeah, so in what way is it improved?
Well, it's spiced up a bit with a couple of things like
okay, you can show it to us.
Like letters, so you just drop it in. Letters. That's traditional. But then it comes with a couple of lines. Like these.
Are you also using this base?
Oh yes, we need the base as well. Just put it in there like that. Yeah, you need also some colors, like green, orange, whatever. And then you start just cooking for a while. You see? I need to turn it on. Okay. So you wait for it to start boiling, boil it for a couple of minutes, and when it's ready, you taste it. So it comes up with these new little words coming out, like edit, missing. Changed.
So what's the name of this soup?
Well, the name of this soup is track changes soup.
Okay. And can you show it how it works in memoQ?
Of course. So we did a great deal of improving track changes in memoQ recently. There you can see a couple of changes. One is that while you're typing, you can actually see track changes. And it's not only that, but you can also make it available through the online projects. So when you set up the online projects, you will have an interface to make even compulsory or the default behavior. Then kind of changed also the representation of the changes within the transition memory matches. So when you import a document in memoQ, now for Word documents, you have a couple of options. You can decide if there are any track changes in the imported document, if it's they are rejected, accepted, or used as track changes within the document, and so it appears as track changes in memoQ. And also a couple of options for export. You can decide whether track changes are exported as accepted or exported as track changes. So there are that's how it looks in memoQ, and so you can see track changes imported there. as track changes. There's also another feature here. You can see, well, it's not very visible, but it's a TC. The match rate is TC. That means it's a track changes change section match, track changes match, which means that actually it corresponds to the earlier version of this very same segment. It would be a 100% match if there were no track changes in there. And that's the import, how it looks. Sorry, the export, how it looks. So track changes can appear in the RTF, the 2-column RTF files, and they can also appear in the export file with the name of the editor. So it actually can be mimicked that, you know, the files translated in a way that the editor is also there who made the track changes.
Okay, thank you very much for our chef. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
We didn't even need the sign. And they, you know, they just clapped.
Themselves.
Great audience.
Anybody who wouldn't believe there is such a thing as alphabet soup, I'd like to tell you that the Eastern Bloc countries, ex-Eastern Bloc countries, will all be very familiar with it. And I remember it from my childhood. It was at least every week once, an alphabet soup. So you can actually take a look. We will have it outside at registration. When you are on your way back home, be certain to buy some for them.
Yes, this was certainly not breakfast food, but I'm not hungry anymore.
It's not.
And what's next?
That's a very good question. The next. It's always something metaphysical. What happens next? What is the future? How shall we look ahead? It is.
Does anyone
troubling.
know the future?
I think somebody like an astrologist would.
So our next guest is an astrologist, and I prepared some things to help him see the
Our
future.
very own astrologist
some cards.
is going to talk about our future, especially in these difficult times when Virgo is crossing into Mars.
Yeah, and then looking at Jupiter.
Jupiter,
with
yes.
curious eyes.
Yes, please welcome our guests, the horoscope specialist.
Florian. Yes, hello. Nice to meet you. Welcome. Always a pleasure, Florian.
Yes.
Anytime.
Yes.
So, you are looking for questions.
Yes, obviously.
What about the future? Do you want to use this little chart and look into the stars to tell the future?
Okay, so...
memoQ8 was born in February. Can you say some things about that?
Okay, I have to admit I'm not an astrologist.
Oh, you're not?
No.
How come?
This was the only way to get into this show.
Oh.
And where's the camera?
Florian, I'm sorry, I'm in a shock now, so how can you tell us the future now?
Okay, so, but luckily I'm a production manager, so...
Oh, okay, That's a bit of a relief.
I can at least tell something about the future of memoQ. And let me start with the slogan we have picked up. You have picked up last year, end of last year, with this responsive evolution. I have to read it out. Together with, okay, so there's you. Over there. Okay, so responsive evolution, I would like to elaborate a little about it. So evolution, we could have picked something like disruptive something or...
Dead cat? Dead cat?
Yeah, why not?
Yes.
But we picked evolution because I think we have seen that we have a mature product. We have a lot of people, customers working with our product, and we don't want to disrupt you, basically.
No, that's a good thing, isn't it? We don't want to disrupt you.
No, we don't want. So,
but we want to respond, though.
Yeah, but okay, so responding is the weakest part. So I think no one says, I don't respond. So the question is what it actually means when we want to respond, and there's, I think, the story behind it. But before I say how much time do I have, by the way?
A few minutes.
A few minutes. So let me talk a little faster then.
We just have to
No, where we come
Prepare
from.
our audience, just
Yeah,
be prepared for a few longer minutes.
Okay, so but where we come from is basically that, and Norby showed it, that we are really good in how we do the things. So looking at the bug rate, looking at how we are able to come up with features, I think it shows really that we are on a quite good track in how we do things. But where are we now? So right now, I checked this morning, we have in our platform about 2,000 feature requests.
2,000 feature requests, just waiting to be developed.
Yeah, okay. And we have a backlog in development, so it says, so these are the things.
So these will be done by tomorrow?
Most likely not. So even without all these tools, I can say not likely until tomorrow. So we have 400 features in our backlog, and we are able to deliver, let's say 100, 120, 150 features per year. Somehow we have a problem. So there are so many wishes, and we have limited capacities. So that I think we started to think about actually how we want to improve, and we want to improve in what we want to do. So how can we find out what is the best things to implement out of this 2,000, out of this 400? And this is something where we started to rethink our design process, product management process, and it now goes along themes. So we try to follow themes, which tries to cover features so that it's a more consistent user experience for you. We are formalizing our requirements management to come up with the right set of features we want to do. And we also want to do this validated learning. So this is what Gabor came up with. It's not just for innovation things, but also for production things. We want to learn early enough if we understand your requests right, if we understand, pick the right features for you, increase your productivity.
So might this be the reason for all these many releases a year?
How do you know that? This is next topic.
I'm just, I'm a TV host on this TV show.
Oh, okay, but you didn't know that I'm a production manager.
Oh yes, that is.
Okay. Okay. So and when I say I think we did a quite good job in what we have done in the past, it means that basically we now have to learn to do it differently. So trying to respond to this to your requests in needs changes. We need to be more modern, and it means agile development. So we are in a transition process making this happen, and we basically need more releases, more smaller releases, to help us to feed back into production. Having this traditional waterfall model where we spend weeks on huge specs, no customer
Specs meaning
specifications. Sorry. And apart from us, nobody reads it. Nobody really understands it. Nobody wants to read 60 pages of a specification. It means that there's a gap between you and us. And going agile, having more releases, giving you a chance to be involved earlier, also through user interviews, but also to provide early feedback. All this will help us to be more responsive, and then this responsiveness actually makes sense. It's not just we just say it. It simply means that we change the way how production works.
Can you mention a few themes that you're thinking of? I'm sure our audience is curious about the themes a little bit, or future features maybe, or some directions.
Okay, so yes, so we have a couple of features for this year, and you can see already the outcome. So the preview as such is one of the themes. Terminology is another theme. This will come over the year. MT is a theme. You see that we have
And it has already started, and
it already has
will go on.
started. Integration is a theme, so for preview, for example, we also see interesting presentation from Rigi. So we are also looking for integration with other systems. We anyways have good integrations with our TMS partners. So these are a couple of themes. We also have hidden themes. Basically, I just want to mention one hidden theme. It's one you will not see for a while. It's that we start to componentize our software. So and we need it for several reasons. Basically, we do not know exactly what in 5 years time, how we will work in 5 years time. So this cloud thing is around for a while, but how many of you are actually working day by day with a cloud translation tool? Most of you are still using our, let's say, thick clients, right? So, but most likely in 5 years' time, maybe in 10 years' time, I don't know it, we might move more and more naturally to the web. And how do we get us there? And what we do right now is to create the components from which we can build whatever we need. Thick clients, thin clients, in the web, scalable, how you need it. So this is a hidden theme we track at the moment as well.
And I would like to remind our guests for the time.
Yes. Okay. So, but if you are
last word.
Last famous word. So if you are interested in themes, you know how I look like, and ask me about the themes.
I have a question. Sorry.
Oh, our CEO has a question. What can you say now?
So this was not planned, Norby.
No. So you said that it's 100 features per year.
100 plus, 100, 150.
So it means 2 features per week, but you make.
Yes, so you can say so, yes.
Why should we wait 4 months for getting a new feature instead of having it every week too?
Let us see where the whole story ends. So we want to speed up. This year we will have 4 releases. Next year, and we are still on the way to create also the processes to make this happen with a high quality. So it's not just turning the switch and we just now deliver the same way. We have to change the way how we test, how we develop. Next year it will be 6 years, and in the future, also depending on where technology goes, it might be continuous delivery at some point in time. And we already try to do everything to get as close to continuous delivery as possible.
So if we go this agile, you might see a surprise every single day in memoQ.
Yes. And you will get my business card. So.
Thank you very much, Florian.
Yes.
Let us just say goodbye with the list of features that we mentioned and some that we didn't mention in memoQ that have come recently. So there's this new find and replace, the streamlined UI.
The preview, the improved preview.
The Trans-PDF import service.
Project artwork,
And there's a new big customer portal.
track changes, improved track changes.
There's enhanced pseudo translation with all different options. You should try it out.
Machine translation improvements.
There are some things in memoQ web like the on-the-fly spell checker and checking if the server is still alive.
Easing integration.
There's sizing support in the API.
And of course, you will see memoQ on an amazing, huge display, amazingly now.
And then memoQ starts up automatically for 32 and 65 bits.
And it's just a lot more to talk about. We just picked up a few.
Yes,
and
so
this concludes our morning show.
everyone have a very nice day and
Thank you.